After you've watched this video all the way to the end, you'll be able to understand which ICT concept is going to be the strongest and most important one whenever you're executing your positions. I know you know a lot about ICT already, you've probably watched a lot of these videos and there's a lot of concepts, but which concepts are going to be the strongest ones? And there's a little secret, a little trick that I use when I trade these confirmation entries, what I'm looking for and which concepts I'm actually using. And of course we can call it a magic pill, we can call it whatever we want that hooked you into this video, but honestly gonna give you a very strong concept for you to fully understand whenever price is finally ready to make its move. Let's not waste too much time, let's go to TradingView, take something to drink, take something to take notes, because this is going to be very important. If you're a beginner ICT trader, these are going to be some real tips that you can use whenever you're executing your trades in the real markets. I've used these concepts before, and when I started using them in the beginning, I didn't get the results that I was getting today. Very important, before we move to TradingView, please know that all the things that I'm going to be explaining to you are data backed. They have a proven track record, not only for me, my certificates, but also for the people in my Discord, in my community. They're also getting results using these same techniques and getting their certificates, getting payouts the same way. I'm teaching you today how to use these concepts or this magic pill in ICT that I will explain to you in a couple of seconds. So sit back, take something to drink, and I'll see you in TradingView. Before we move on to the good stuff, please commit to taking action. I know a lot of people who watch these YouTube videos and they don't learn anything because they just simply don't take action. So quite important. I know you love the technical videos, so take some notes, go backtest them, but use them, otherwise they won't mean anything to you. And you'll just see a video and your brain will be getting some dopamines because you'll get some crazy good trading ideas. But if you don't take action on them, they're gonna be worthless to you. So like right now to lock in that you're going to take action, and let's dive right in. So if we dive into the charts, I'm going to use an example that I already traded, pound against the Canadian dollar. It's a setup from May this year. So I'm going to explain it to you because it's just a very nice example to explain it to you. But of course, go and backtest it for yourself and see in the live markets how this can work for you. So we have the standard things that we're going to indicate in the chart. We have a bullish trend. If we look at market structure, we can clearly see that we have a high right here, we have a low right here. So this is quite important because this is we're gonna create our first PD array. There's some extra stuff that we can dive into, some liquidity being rated here. So we have quite a nice zone right here, some extra details. We have a nice draw on liquidity right here. So I'll explain everything later on. But first, let's do an example. So we have a draw on liquidity. We have a strong zone that we're looking to target. I think this actually is rated as well, or just not yet. But this to me is quite a strong PD array. So whenever we have this impulse, we have a high, we have a low, I'm just going to use the Fibonacci tool, of course, to indicate premium and discounted price ranges. And as we can see, we're right now at the equilibrium of price. As you can see right here, we don't want to be trading here. We want to be trading in our discounted price range, which is the bottom half of this Fibonacci. So this is some basic ICT stuff, which you probably already know. So we have this premium discounted price range, and then it depends on how you want to trade. Do you want to trade an order block? This is a bigger base. Do you want to trade this block like this? For me, I always look at dojis. They give me a strong indication of where the strongest fight was between buyers and sellers in the market. So I always look at these zones. And of course, I don't need to be making the zone perfect because I'm not just placing a limit, I'm waiting for price to react. So I can just actually do this. I just look for a scenario to trade on a lower time frame right here. And there is where the magic is going to happen. So pay attention. We have our zone. I'm going to make it a bit bigger right now. Quite simple. And we decided that we want to take a position right there because why? We are bullish. We're trading with the trend. As you can see, we're breaking structure again right here to the upside. We have our higher high. We have our lower high right here. Higher low, sorry, and higher high right here. And we have a draw on liquidity. This high has not been rejected on, so quite nice target in the market. We have our premium discount array right here that we can look for a position. So the first thing that we are going to do is quite simple. We're going to look for liquidity to be swept. So first off, we need buyers to come into the market. So right here, we are creating buyers in the market right here. And we want these buyers to be taken out, and then we can move to a lower time frame. So we wait. We can see some buyers coming in the market. A lot of ICT traders will make the mistake. They'll use this order block, for example, and they'll just trade a change of character, like, for example, this right here. Well, we change direction, and they will take a position like this. And what will happen most of the times, they will take a stop loss because no liquidity has been manipulated here. They will take their trade like this. Something like this, and they will obviously take a stop loss. And I've done this before, so don't worry, I've been there, and that's why I learned from it. So what happens, you can see people are trying to buy the market, and of course you know it's not going to work out because there's no real volume. You see there's still some volume coming in. Then you have some more ICT traders who say, aha, but now we have this being efficient, liquidity being swept, same story, and they will trade here. And what are they going to do? Change of character. Again, here, I'm going to take a position and we're going to trade it into this level. And they're going to take another stop loss. Because why? You can see these ICT traders coming into the market, being used as liquidity, and they hit stop loss. So I think they hit stop loss, yes. So 2 times these zones don't play out. Very simple, because we're not in a premium or discount. Well, in this case, we're not in a discounted region. So we move on and we wait for price to sweep this liquidity and move into our premium and discount zone. So in our discount zone, we can make it a bit smaller. We can remove this. We're sweeping liquidity. And now is the most crucial part of this magic thing that I use is, okay, we have a liquidity sweep. If we change direction, this is what I used to do, change of direction or change of character, market structure shift, whatever name you use nowadays. I used to trade this all the time without looking into price action right here. So if we move to a 30-minute time frame, let's look what is happening here. And what I usually would do is wait for this to change direction. This is our last structure. So wait. Okay, it's not happening. And then I would look for a trade. So this would have been me. Change of character. We trade this. And this would have been the positions that I took early on in my ICT journey. So as you can see, these trades, they're not that strong. If you've been trading ICT for a while, you know, well, this one was a nice example. You know that these trades are not that strong. So to me, there is one magic thing, so pay attention, that is crucial whenever you are trading. There's a couple of things, and this is just one of them, but this is one of the things that I use all the time. You're going to look for counter trend PD arrays to be violated. That's the first thing. Whenever you have these PD arrays to the downside, so I mean every short opportunity that we have right here in this price delivery, if it gets violated, then we have a stronger confirmation to the upside. So quite simple. Again, we have this extra sweep here at the bottom, which is nice. And then depending on what PD arrays you trade, whatever concepts from ICT you trade, you can see that we still had some people shorting this order block, for example, with a liquidity sweep. And for example, some people might go short from this fair value gap. Some people might go short from this. So quite important. If we want to look for a long position right here, we want the short position in the counter trend coming to our PD array for the bigger trend. We want it to be violated. So if we want to take our confirmation, we want these PD arrays. And I can hear you say, well, Jordy, if we have a change of character, doesn't it happen automatically? Well, yes, here it happened, but it didn't happen. We didn't have a liquidity sweep and we didn't go to our discounted zone. So of course, you could have said, well, here is our PD array getting disrespected. But then again, what is happening? We're way too high up. So that's why your price is not playing out. You're already in premium price range right there. What is happening right here? We get this last liquidity sweep. We have our PD arrays for the counter trend moving back to the downside. So let's see what happens. Okay, we have this imbalance obviously not being respected because the body is closing above it. I think it does. So as you can see, this is our last stop. This is our last zone where we can expect a short. Because why? This zone has been efficient. This is the only zone where people still might consider going short. Well, People might consider going short here, for example. I have no idea. But this is the most obvious PD array where people are going to be going short and where we might see a move. So if we have price trading into this zone, not respecting it, this is actually the magic of ICT when you should trade. Obviously, we also have a BPR, which is a balanced price range happening right here. So as you can see, we have two imbalances countering each other out. So that's already a strong indication that so there's a lot more to it, but I'm just going to give you the simple version. What is happening? We're still respecting it. Are we respecting it strongly? No, because we are fighting between this order block right here and this BPR. So quite simple. If you want to look up these things, this is a BPR, which is a balanced price range. You can look it up. It's from ICT, or I think it's from ICT. I hope so. So this is a balanced price range. Quite nice. And here we have an order block, which is probably the first thing you learn when you trade ICT. So you should know what an order block is by now. And we can see that this fair value gap here gets respected. So or balanced price range. So now the only thing we need is for price to break this PD array, this order block, and then we can look for a buy setup. Let's see what happens. Okay, what is happening? The order block is not broken. We see this little base over here. It's not getting broken. So now we still need to wait. Internally, we have an imbalance right here. We can indicate it like this. Let's see if it's giving strength to the price. It's giving strength to the price. This is getting respected. And if we break above this right here, you could easily look for a long setup. So this is perfect to me. So we break above it. Well, you could say we're sweeping some liquidity, but to me, it doesn't make sense because we've swept liquidity over here. This is a very strong point in the market where we are into our discounted price range. So not too worried about this. If you are worried, you can wait a bit longer, and this is a bit cleaner. So depending on how fast you want to trade, you could have taken a market execution right here. To me, very simple. I'm just keeping it very boring. I will always look at my impulse, create premium and discounted price ranging again. So doing this, quite simple. And then let's see where we create a high. I think we create a high right here. And then we will look for an entry in this area. So let's remove this. The easiest way to do it is, to me, you can say, okay, I just take the order block, but price might not come back. So I will take this smaller base order block right here. And this, I think, was my entry, if I'm not mistaken. And this is where you can take your entry. Stop loss, well, to me, it can be below this low. If you want to be a bit more safer and take it as a swing trade, you can put it right there. Actually, no. Let me put it like this. I have no idea how I took it. I think I took it like this. Or maybe on a 1 hour. Let me check. Yeah, I think I took it like this. Yeah, perfect. Took it on the 1 hour. Like this. And then I think I put my stop loss at 30 pips. Just a bit below this one. Here we go. And this was the position that I took, aiming for a 3R at the daily draw on liquidity. Here we go. And of course, you can move to break even after you tap these levels, for example, here. This could be a break even level. And let's see what price does, but I already know that it played out. We tap into the zone very aggressively. And as you can see, quite simple. We have this order block being disrespected. We have this being respected. Then we break above here. So this is quite a nice entry to enter the market. We have a bearish or a counter trend PD array not being respected. And we also had a strong reversal. We had a liquidity sweep. And these things together are giving us a good trade to the upside. So quite simple. I'm going to write it down for you. So after this, let's play this trade out. I'm going to write it out for you how... it's going way too slow. I'm going to write it out for you, how you can use these steps and how you can take these positions. I think you can, maybe you could have looked for something on a lower time frame here, but this is how you can use ICT and use it more advanced to get a better win rate. And this is just insane. If you're going to use this, you're going to increase your win rate. Look at these certificates in my group. It's the stuff I've been teaching, or well, ICT has been teaching. I've just put like insane amounts of time in the charts, and that's how I'm using it. And I hope you learned something from it. So let me explain to you how you can actually make a guide in taking these positions. So there's a couple of rules. First, as I explained, it's not that hard. You trade with the higher time frame trend and key levels. So you want the higher time frame to be bullish. You look for key levels, order block for value gaps, where you want to execute. Very simple stuff. Look at market structure. Are we creating higher highs, higher lows? What is the trend? Then we need a lower time frame liquidity rate, as you've seen probably in your PD array. If you're not trading in your PD array, it's not going to be the strongest trade. So I should add that you want to trade a liquidity in your PD array. So let me adjust that. Then you need a PD array in the counter trend to fail. Very simple. Entry at a newly created PD array, as we did, and then we target the daily drawn liquidity. That is the rules that you're going to use when you are going to execute. And actually, this could be a strategy that works quite well for you. I didn't invent this. I just fine-tuned it with fine-tuned everything with the details from backtesting. I hope you enjoy, because this is actually insane value, and I know a lot of people can use this, because ICT is just a bunch of concepts thrown together, and I'm just giving you a way to trade these concepts and actually use them to trade your own profitable strategy. So again, to recap, let me take this box right here. Let me show you here in the bottom. So if we have our steps right here, quite simple. Where's my box? I didn't copy it. Okay, doesn't matter. We have pro trend, higher time frame, because we are creating higher highs, higher lows. This is point 1. As you can see here, we have our higher time frame high, higher time frame low. Then second, we have a liquidity sweep in our PD array, which is our discounted price range, which is basically, this is our PD array. Then we have a third point, and we have our liquidity sweep, which is this one. So let's put it here. Then we have our third point right here, PD array in counter trend being disrespected. No respect for that PD array. And then we had some bonus. Here we had the balanced price range. So this is a bonus one, if you want. BPR, strong reversal bonus. We have this one. And then at the end, we have our entry right here, which is the last point, which is, or not the last one, but we have the last one for executing, which is newly created PD array. In this case, it's an order block where we are entering again in discounted price range. And then the last one, finally, we have as a target our daily draw on liquidity. So that's how you can use the ICT magic, and it's very simple. The one where this video is all about is just whenever you have this counter trend PD array being disrespected, it does its magic. But you have to, of course, use all the other concepts of ICT and do it in the correct place in the market. If you are doing it over here, you're not going to get great results. If you're doing it right here with the correct scenario, you will get great entries and a better win rate. And finally, a strategy that actually has data that proves that it works. So hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please subscribe and let me know in the comments if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.